Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Eugene O'Neill's Pulitzer Prize-winning masterpiece, Long Day's Journey into Night, is back as part of Roundabout Theatre Company's 50th anniversary season, and it welcomes back to Broadway Oscar and Emmy Award winner Jessica Lange, who is joined by Gabriel, Byrne, Michael Shannon, and John Gallagher Jr. under the direction of Jonathan Kent. And I caught up with all of them on opening night. So wonderful to watch this. Tell me what you wanted to achieve with this brand new production of Long Day's Journey.
Well, I mean, I think more than anything is that it felt like I was doing it for the first time. It didn't feel like I was revisiting something that I had done before. It didn't feel like we were trying to, I mean, everybody and everything that came together for this was... It just felt right, and it felt new, and it felt powerful in a way, I mean, that we have this cast, that we have. I always imagined this part played by an Irishman, James Tyrone. I just knew that, whatever that is, it just brings so many more layers to the character. And, we had a great director to work with. Yeah, it was thrilling, really, from the very beginning. Yeah.
And just returning to the stage, what that has meant to you.
Well, I think when theater works, there's nothing in the world like it. It's an experience. I mean, whether you're in the audience or whether you're on stage, there's like some alchemy, there's an excitement, and there's a magic, really. Something happens. And I think, with this, because we're happy with this production, and we've worked really, really, I've never worked so hard in my entire life, but I feel like we're doing what we set out to do, and that's a huge accomplishment.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
How does it feel? It's opening night.
Opening nights are very strange because, of course, anytime you go on stage, you are nervous, I suppose, but I think it's more nerve-wracking to go on stage in front of your nearest and dearest. Your best friends, and so even though they're saying, "Oh no, we're there to support you," but you still feel more nervous because of them. But I'm really happy that we've got first night over. Yeah.
This has been such a beautiful experience. I mean, for us as theater goers, what's this whole experience been like for you, living in this world of Eugene O'Neill again?
Somebody said that when he was writing this play, he used to come out of the room absolutely shattered, and he wrote that he composed the play with blood and tears and sweat. And there's kind of an invisible connection between him, what he called the haunted Tyrones, us on stage and the audience, and we get to share that. And that's very humbling and moving, because really, when you do a play like this, you realize that the function of the actor is no more than to serve the writer, so that it gets to the audience. That's what your job is. And hopefully, if the job is done well, it affects the audience.
First of all, welcome back to the stage. How does it feel?
Oh, amazing! I'm thrilled, really. I'm totally flummoxed. This is one of my favorite plays, and I've never worked at Roundabout, and I've admired them for such a long time. I've admired these actors from afar for years, and I couldn't be happier. I've been wanting to come back and do a play. It's been about 5 years since I've been on a stage, and you could not ask for a better welcome back than Long Day's Journey tonight with this company. It's just a total dream.
What were rehearsals like?
Rehearsals were fantastic. They were great. I mean, they were challenging for sure. There are days where you think, oh, well, I'll never get this right, and you go home and you find yourself thinking like they've made a huge mistake casting me. I'm just the worst man for this job, and I'm the odd man out, and they're so good and I'm so bad. But that happens all the time. That's part of the creative. Or I don't know. I can't speak for everyone, but I know that that's part of my creative process is total self-doubt, and then you kind of crest that hill and start realizing that it's like, no, we all belong here for a reason. We've been picked for our individual strengths, and so it was challenging, exciting, and strange, and scary, and fun, and dynamic, and ultimately was a great process working on this play for 5 weeks.
Working with this cast, what has that been like? Sparring with all these people up there.
It's been incredible. I've loved this play for such a long time, and I've had so many ideas in my head about how it could be done because I've never actually seen it produced. I've never seen it on stage. I've only read it on page. And watching Gabriel and Jessica and Michael and Colby give voice to these characters, it's more than I honestly could have dreamed. It's better than I ever had it in my head. The version that I had when I was reading it, nothing in comparison to what these people are doing with it. And it's just one of those things where you have to look around every night on stage and just think, well, not only am I lucky enough to be in this, but I'm lucky to be watching these performances by my fellow actors because it's some of the most tremendous stuff I've ever seen on stage. Even though I'm not watching it from the audience, I'm actually watching it from several feet away.
For me, watching this was one of the most transcendent evenings I've ever spent in the theater. So I want to thank you for that.
Oh, thank you.
What's it been like for you working on this?
The engine of this play is love. Despite all the darkness and despair in it, it's a play about love. And you got to find 4 people that can just love the heck out of each other. And it's not like we're real close friends or anything. But when we get on stage, I know that I care about these 3 people so deeply. And that's what makes it such a beautiful play. Because anybody can write something about despair or degradation, but to write such a brutally honest play about love is pretty special.
And working with this cast, what it's meant to you, rehearsing with your director, Jonathan Kent, and creating this piece together.
Well, Jonathan he's outstanding. I wasn't familiar with his work coming into this, and he makes you want to work as hard as you humanly possibly can. And he does it in a very empathetic way. He's not mean, he's not nasty. He's very supportive and encouraging, and he has a deep understanding for what we go through doing the play, and he's rooting for us, and that helps.
How well did you know the play before you put this production together?
I'd seen it twice, and I'd seen the movie, so I knew it to a degree, but not that well. And I'd read it. Yes, I'd read it quite a lot, and it's a play I've always loved, so I was thrilled to have the opportunity.
What were rehearsals like, putting this all together with this incredible cast?
Well, they were a privilege because it is an incredible cast, and they were all so committed to it that it was nothing other than a great pleasure.
What's it like for you as a director living in the world of Eugene O'Neill?
Well, it's like swimming in this great vast ocean, but it's exhilarating because the language is so rich, and so the themes and the variations on the themes keep coming back. It's a piece of music. It's a great thing to do.
What's been the best part of the experience for you with working on this?
Well, the cast, being with this cast, which is really could not be bettered, I don't believe, and to have these 4, well, 5 actually, but predominantly 4 people in a room together has been a privilege.